Have you ever experienced something so terrifying that it left you shaken to the core? Something that defied all explanation and left you questioning your very perception of reality. Welcome to Eerie Encounters and Hauntings. This story has been sent to us by someone who would like to just be called Midnight Phantom. It is the story of a young couple's encounter with an otherworldly creature on a night that they will never forget. The events that unfolded on that fateful night will send shivers down your spine and make you question what lies beyond our world. So sit back, turn off the lights, and get ready for a tale that will haunt you for days to come. Have you ever heard this story entitled A Terrifying Encounter with a Mysterious Creature? Let's start. It was the night I had been waiting for, the night I finally got to drive my dad's car by myself. My girlfriend and I were going to the dance at our high school, and I couldn't wait to show off my newfound independence. As we got into the car, I couldn't help but feel a little nervous. I had only recently learned to drive a stick shift, and I still had a habit of stalling the engine. But with my girlfriend by my side, I felt confident and ready for anything. The air was warm and the sky was clear as we drove to the dance. But as we left the school parking lot, I noticed dark clouds looming in the distance. I brushed it off, thinking it was just a passing storm, but as the night wore on, the clouds got closer and closer. After the dance, my girlfriend and I decided to take a drive and explore the town. We were both excited to be out on our own for the first time and eager to make the most of our freedom. I suggested we drive to the old grade school campus where we had both gone when we were younger. It was close to where we lived, and I thought it would be a good spot to spend some time alone. We pulled into the parking lot and made our way to the open field behind the school. The field was eerily quiet, with only the faint hum of the stadium light casting a dim glow over the area. We sat on the swings and talked for a while, enjoying the peace and quiet of the night. But then, out of nowhere, a cool mist started to fall. We huddled together on the swings, trying to stay dry. As the mist turned into a drizzle, we decided to head back to the car. But as we walked towards the parking lot, we both felt a strange presence behind us. We turned around and saw a creature crawling on its stomach towards us. It had a dark complexion and no clothes on. It looked like a humanoid, but there was something off about it. Its arms were held close to its waist, and its knees bent backwards, away from its body. We froze in terror as the creature got closer and closer. It had no eyes, only black, hollow sockets where they should have been. We jumped off the swings and ran towards the car, but I couldn't get the engine to start. My girlfriend and I were trapped, with nowhere to go. We could hear it getting closer and closer, its twisted knees bending in the wrong direction. But just as it was about to reach us, the engine finally roared to life and we sped away into the night. As we drove away, I couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. It was as if the creature was still following us, even though I knew it was impossible. My girlfriend was equally terrified, and we didn't speak much on the way to her house. When we arrived, her mother was understandably worried about our safety. We told her what had happened, and she listened with a look of horror on her face. She suggested that we stay with them until the morning, and my parents agreed when I called them to explain the situation. We spent the rest of the night in my girlfriend's room, huddled under the blankets, trying to make sense of what had happened. We knew that we had seen something that we couldn't explain, something that didn't belong in our world. The next morning, we woke up to bright sunshine and a feeling of relief that the night was over. We decided to drive back to the school to see if we could find any evidence of what had happened. As we walked through the field, we saw no signs of the creature, but there were large footprints in the mud, leading away from the swings where we had been sitting. The footprints were much larger than any human foot could be, and they seemed to disappear into thin air. We searched the area for hours, but we found no other evidence of the creature. We returned to the car, feeling frustrated and confused. How could something like that exist, and why did it seem to target us? Over the years, I've returned to that spot many times, always hoping to catch another glimpse of the creature. But it never appeared again. I've tried to rationalize what we saw, but the memory of those reversed knees and hollowed eyes still sends shivers down my spine. I've told our story to many people, but most of them dismiss it as a figment of our imagination or a trick of the light. But my girlfriend and I know what we saw, and will never forget the terror that we felt that night. Sometimes, when I'm driving alone at night, I'll catch a glimpse of movement in my peripheral vision, and I'll feel that same sense of unease wash over me. I'll never know for sure what that creature was or why it appeared to us, but I do know that I'll never forget the experience. And who knows, maybe one day, it will return to haunt us once again. But until then, we'll always keep our eyes peeled and our hearts racing, ready for whatever may come. As we come to the end of this bone-chilling tale, we can't help but wonder about the horrors that lurk in the darkness of the night. The thought of encountering such a creature, with knees that bend in the wrong direction and black hollows where the eyes should be, sends shivers down our spines. But the mystery remains unsolved. What was that creature, and where did it come from? Was it a figment of our midnight phantom's imagination, or was it something far more sinister? One thing is for sure, this story is not for the faint-hearted. It's a reminder that the world is full of mysteries and horrors that we may never fully understand. If you enjoyed this story and want more spine-tingling tales of the unknown and the supernatural, make sure to like, subscribe, and share our channel, Eerie Encounters and Hauntings. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next video. Who knows what terrifying tale we'll uncover next. Thank you for watching, and may you never encounter anything as horrifying as the creature in this story.